Hello everybody, and welcome to Dungeons & Dragons Valkyrie, a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign where a bunch of completely originally strangers who met on Reddit become the bestest of friends while playing Dungeons & Dragons live for you every Monday night, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am your Dungeon Master for the evening, the Majestic, creator of this channel here on Twitch, which is www.twitch.tv/The Majestic Game, and as well as the YouTube channel, The Majestic, which you can find just by searching The Majestic, or by going to youtube.com/The Majestic. But I am joined by the same incredible group of players this week, who I will let introduce themselves, as well as the characters that they are playing, and anything that they might wish to plug in the meantime. Starting with Rachel. Say hello, Rachel. Hello?
Oh, you cut out a bunch. What did you say?
Did I? Uh-oh. Is that already happening? Hopefully not. Starting with you, say hello to us, Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I play our level 6 rogue, Mira Helder.
Very nicely done. And Brandon, say hello.
Hello, I'm Brandon. I play Jax, the Black Dragonborn Paladin.
Perfect. And Justin, say hello.
Hi, I'm Justin, and I play the Fire Genasi Warlock, Zashmar Efreet.
Perfectly done. And where else can we find you at, Justin?
You can find me as Zero Score on YouTube, Twitter, other places. Just look up Zero Score.
Perfect. So,
Also, y'all don't forget Audacity, because I almost forgot.
I did forget. Alright. Boom. Recording. So we join off where we left off last week. At the end of last episode, the group ended up going out and doing a little bit of shopping. Of course, they saved Mira's mother, who they found out was actually her mother, due to Mira telling Jax, as well as Zash learning from one of the twins accidentally blurting it out unknowingly. They saved Mira's family and Peter as well. But while they were out and about shopping, they noticed that there was smoke coming from the Capitol building here at the Citadel. Bellowing out the side, they saw a good bit of smoke rising up through the air. No fire yet, but it would appear as though it is on fire, and they did learn that the puppies might have something to do with it. Zashmar Efreet's puppies from the Fire Realm, Cerberus puppies to be exact, might be the cause. So we join back in with the group of players. You guys see the smoke, and you guys are right about here. What do you want to do?
Start heading to the Citadel.
You guys start running on down the Citadel. Do you guys keep your eyes open for anything along the way?
I do.
What are you looking for?
I want to see if my invisible friend is anywhere.
Okay, so you're looking for the small potion shop owner who a few episodes back was following you while invisible. Alright, go ahead and make a perception roll for us. And as you guys continue to run around, you guys
Natural
come up to
20.
the front desk. Very nicely done.
Start of the night.
That,
I probably don't see anything, though.
that is an excellent roll for the start of the night, and no, you do not see anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're keeping your eye out for any mischievous spellcasters or, of course, potion users. You do not see any sort of magic catch your eye, certainly not in that regard, as you guys continue to run down. And for the Citadel, being very accepting of magic users, people don't use magic very blatantly. It's like if fireworks were very legal in a city, yet people just don't blow them off or anything like that, because it's just a big ruckus and people might confuse it with gunshots, you know? So you guys make your way over, and you guys do meet up as you get to the bottom of the elevator lift kind of thing. There you see once again Gerald Evergrande, I think. I have too many notes and too many NPCs named G. Starting with G. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're gonna say that his name is Gerald Evergrande. I'm pretty sure that that is not the Fighters Guild leader. You guys meet the guard who you're very familiar with, who is sitting there and not paying much mind to you guys. He's like, he recognizes that you guys are there. He says to the guardsman operating the lift, he's like, take us up as soon as you can. And the guardsman, of course, waits for the last of your group to quickly run in, seeing that you guys are going to barricade the door anyway if he tries to close it before you guys can get in. So he waits until the person at the very end, who we would say would be, not Delilah, she's going to fly up, we would say is Jax. He waits till Jax gets in, and then he closes that door shut as he pulls one lever very quickly and starts to move up the side of the mountain. As Delilah flies up alongside of you, she quickly darts up into the air to get a better look and disappears for a moment until coming back down. She goes, guys, it's billowing out the sides. As you guys continue to rise up, you guys know that the moment those doors open, it's gonna be a rush. What will be the marching order as you guys come out the lift?
Can I be last?
Do you want to be last? All right.
Yeah.
You position yourself at the back of the lift car so that you know that you'll be able to bring up the rear. Anyone else?
I'll be first because it's my problem.
Okay.
I'll come in between.
All right. With the marching order set up, you guys are all ready, and Gerald Evergrande is also going to try and push his way up the front as well, just to make sure that he's able to sort of lead all of his troopsmen and everything along the way. The members of the Night's Watch, you guys know, are not necessarily made to be firefighters, but they're trained to handle almost all situations that come about, whether it be raging sorcerers or out-of-control barbarian fighters, or, of course, natural-caused disasters. You guys once again show up in the... Oh, it's frozen. There we go. You guys once again show up the lift. As you guys run... there's Mira. As you guys run quickly out the lift, Delilah is also up at the front as Zash leads the initial charge, followed by Gerald, a couple of soldiers, with Jax up here and Mira to the back. You guys all quickly run into the building, and everything, as you guys ran past this side, you guys could see smoke billow out. I want everyone to go ahead and make a perception check. What is everyone?
Nice.
Brandon, could you go ahead and roll for Delilah as well?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
I got a 19 total. She got a 23.
Wow, 23, very nice.
Yeah, good rolls, good rolls.
How about
21.
Zash and Mira? 21.
I got a
very
1.
nice. A 1. A natural 1. Okay, as you guys are running up, all of you are looking up at the smoke just billowing out of the building. The three of you, Delilah, Jax, and Zash, all notice that it appears to be coming up from the second floor. Mira, as you're running along quickly, trying to keep up, trying to be naturally just stealthy on your feet and everything like that, you notice that everybody looks over to the side. You quickly focus on what's ahead of you first, but then it does catch your curiosity. You quickly look over to see what you can, as just in that moment, a bit of ash comes flying into your face and hits your eye a little bit. we'll say that you're blinded for a short bit just by that small piece of ash. Yeah. You guys run in, and all the guards are at the ready, many of whom are running up the stairs, many of whom... Oh, boy. Many of whom are getting ready to flee up the stairs and tackle whatever it is, but there in the ballroom you see Lord Eowyn, who says, "Oh, you, the fireman! It's your dog! He's out of control! You have to stop him!" As, hearing this, you stop instinctively to hear what he says. Gerald Evergrande slowly slows down for just a moment, but then quickly darts up the stairs as you guys all make your way up to the second story in the same marching order.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys have never been up here before, but you guys see that there's a balcony in the front and left-hand sides of the building that sort of overwatch the rest of the area. The ballroom, it has no upper second level because that grand area, when it's not a ballroom, is made to be such a grand foyer that takes up a few stories of the building. There we go. But you guys come up to see... Oh boy, don't crash on me. There we go, loading is now complete. And let's bring in the saved objects. Let's see, current NPCs and party. There. You guys see Sash's little corgi, little Cerberus puppies, the three-headed dogs. I need to size these up. Sorry, real quick. Here we go. Perfect. You guys see Zash's little puppy sitting there, just looking at a big bit of flame. Mira is the only one who doesn't see it, of course, but as you guys come up, it's almost as if one of the heads, the right head, looks back at you guys with a almost smile on the dog's face, and the glow of the fire lighting up its pupils as it just looks at you. Then it once again looks back at the burning embers and just unleashes a torrent of flame from its mouth.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Let's see, the marching order, Lord Eowyn came up behind you guys from the second stair, followed by his brother and wife, who are just watching their dining hall go up in a blaze. Mira's at the very end, making her way up the steps here, followed by Jax. Zash is leading. Delilah is up here with Gerald, Lockhart, and nope, not this. There we go. I want everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
We're gonna get kicked out, guys.
And then there are a number of guards already up here. Trying to sort of get the puppy under control. Alrighty. What is everyone's initiative?
Jax got 15 and Delilah got 3.
Okay.
Mira got a 14.
Um, 14?
Yep.
What is Jax, or what is Zash, sorry, I did it first time tonight, as well as, the Cerberus puppies, if you could roll them for me too. I'm gonna roll.
Uh-oh, we lost Justin.
Uh-oh. That is not good. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for him, but do you think... Are you back, Justin?
Yeah.
All
Sorry.
right, no problem. Cool. I was wondering if we need to start a new whatchamacallit, but we don't, which is good news. What is yours as well as these servers' puppies?
What is what?
What is your initiative as well as the puppies' initiative?
14 for me, and what is initiative bonus based on?
X.
Yeah, dexterity.
Okay. 5 for the puppies.
Okay. 5. And yours was 16?
Sure.
What was yours?
I don't remember anymore.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with 16.
Okay.
It was in that range.
And last but not least... Okay. We are going to go ahead and start out with this guard here, then. He's going to come up... Or no. This guard back here. He's going to come up quickly, run around 5, 10, 15, 20. No. 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Move right up there. Next up, we have Zash.
So I think I missed the bit where you said what we're fighting.
Right now you're trying to stop your puppies. As
Okay,
it
so
just
we're not
let out
fighting
a humongous,
things.
As it just let out a humongous plume of flame into the dining hall.
Got it. How humongous is the plume of flames?
This humongous. From the central head. As the other two heads, the one on the left is looking at these guards here and barking at them, and the one on the right was just looking at you guys with a bit of a smile right before the plume of smoke, the plume of flames was released.
Would this be magical flames?
It just looks like fire. It looks more so like one of its innate abilities than it does a magical ability, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, because what I want to do is use control flames to basically extinguish the 5-foot cube of fire that's coming out of his mouth. So it would inherently stop the rest of it too, because it's, projecting outward.
Yeah. It was a quick burst during his turn. It's not a continual stream like this, but I did this for effect.
Oh.
Yep.
Gotcha.
As you're looking around, As you're looking around, there's a chair on fire, and you just see a ton of fire and smoke coming from inside these walls here in this room. You just see...
Okay.
flames glow.
My specialty is not stopping fire. So I got to figure out what to do.
Would you like to hold your action?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. What's gonna be your trigger for the action? Is it gonna be when somebody moves in to you attack your dog, or if your dog sets fire to another thing, or?
Yeah, it's going to be if the dog tries to shoot out fire again.
Okay. Alrighty. Next up, then we have is these guards. Let's see what the guards are going to. Where's my phone? Oh well, too late now. It would have been a lot easier to have a lot of the pages pulled up on there. No. There we go. The guard, starting with this one, he's gonna go, "Alright, men, let's flank it." As he moves up here with his sword at the ready, he's gonna move up here. He's going to move up here. And they're just getting ready to essentially trap this small creature. They don't want to harm it just yet, but they will if they need to. And they're just gonna surround it. There we go. And next up, then, is going to be Mira. What would you like to do, Mira? Or no. Sorry. Jax, and then Mira.
Okay.
My bad.
If only they had a water-based dragonborn.
That would be
I guess a white one would have made sense. Ice breath. Theoretically, would acid breath extinguish flame? Acid is non-flammable.
You can
And a
certainly
liquid.
try.
That's what I'll do.
All
I'm gonna
right.
charge in this room, aim down the room best I can, and
20, 25,
acid breath.
30. 30 feet gets you there. You're going to acid breath, what, the chair that's on fire?
No, fuck that chair. I guess. Oh, god damn it! I don't know. If I can't get there, I can't. I'll give up my action to like get in the doorway of the room, or maybe like
Okay.
a couple feet away from the doorway, so that on my next round I can get in the room. The only other thing I have is like my water skin, and it's
Yeah,
like,
that
what is
gets you
that
right
gonna do?
there. All right, Mira. Now it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna rub the shit out of my eyes so I'm not blinded.
Fair. I'd assume that you did rub it for a little bit, and it's still like a little bit blurry. Your vision isn't 100%, so anything based on perception for the next round or two might be at disadvantage. But it's you rubbed your eye, and it's all watery now. A little bit of
All right,
ash.
I'm gonna go into the room.
Right. 10 feet gets you there.
I'm gonna look and see what's going on. Can I get to the chair that's on fire?
You cannot get to it. You can.
If I use my bonus action, can I get to it?
15, 20, 25, 30, and then that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you get to it, exactly.
Okay, can I get to the chair and use my action to try and stamp it out with my foot?
Yeah, you can. One of the armrests, you notice too that there's a bit of rug on fire here. More so two sides of the chair are on fire, and it caused the back wall. some of the pictures and stuff up along it to catch fire, and it's slowly moving upward toward the wooden beams that are up along the ceiling. Yeah, let's go ahead and have you roll fire stomping. No, I don't. Stupid game developers didn't make a roll for this. Alright. We'll say...
Let me look at my list of skills.
Yeah, I don't know where my sheet went for that. Yeah, I'm actually missing that sheet of paper.
And with the rugs on these chairs, are they able to come off of the chair?
The rug's on the ground?
Oh, I thought you meant there was like a backing on
There is
the,
a blanket, obviously,
chair.
just like in the picture, but there's also the rug on ground, which has caught fire here. But, yeah, that's starting to catch too. You could try and see.
Well, I want to try and stomp out the fire first.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, we'll say go ahead and roll. We'll just say straight athletics, I guess. Just to see if you really get a good stomp on the ground and on the
That
wood.
didn't roll in my box, but that was an 8.
An 8. All right, you start stomping at the wood. A little bit of it under the heat that's been exposed to, and the used up nature of the wood. The charcoal bit starts to sort of break apart as you stomp it a little bit, but you do get a small section of the fire out here, as that little bit is no longer on fire.
Cool.
But yeah, that was it for your turn then, because that was all of your things. Next up, who do we have? 9 is the next highest, which is Lady Briarwood. She's going to run up and insist. She says, "No, no! Please don't hurt the dog. It's not his fault."
That's our last
It's like that.
name.
Oh, no. Lady, Lord and Lady Eowyn. Not Briarwood, duh. Oh my gosh, your, test has me all confused now. Next up is Lord, because I just wrote down Lord and Lady, and then that's what my mind jumped to, too. Next up we have is Guard 1, who... Yeah, he's going to run up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, which is as far as he can go. And Gerald, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to nudge his way sort of between these two guards here and sort of get like as close of a look as he can. But after him, oh, it's Lord Eowyn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to use his action to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right up there. And... Next up are the puppies. Alright. The puppies. first off, gonna roll d6. If I have one. That's the important part about that. Nope, none of those.
That's like the easiest
There we go.
one.
I know, right? Alright. That does not recharge, so what they're going to do is move in this little gap here. Yeah. Seeing that it's surrounded, let's see. There's that. All right. Cerberus puppies are going to. Wow. That was very wise of them. It is going to move 5, 10. Well, actually, 10 is about there. As each one of these knights gets a chance to use their reaction, but instead of swinging, they're going to attempt to grapple. You little puppies. So let's see, just strength against his dex.
If you keep misgendering my puppies, I'm going to burn this entire mansion down.
Oh. If I keep what?
Misgendering my puppies?
I thought I said it's, but fair enough. Because it's multiple. I'm trying more so to get the multiple down. So all of hers is all of hers is are caught by the first knight. As it tries to run, it quickly gets brought up, and with that, it is going to squirm a good bit, trying to get out. When it can't, it's not going to aim at any of the knights, but it is going to aim at the ceiling.
Oh no.
As you guys watch a bit of... Nope. Oh, come on. There's still that. Let's do. There we go. Nope. Okay, yeah, it's going to sort of aim at the ceiling a bit as it lets out a good spray of a beam upward.
And that enacts my trap card?
Yeah, it does.
No, I stop it as the fire starts coming out with control flames.
Okay, so as it starts to project out of the central head's mouth, as it the other two are squirming, trying to get out. One of them sort of looks like he's about to bite the knight, who's like sort of holding onto it, and is like, he's holding this like almost rabid-looking little thing. He just doesn't know what to do with it, but he's still holding onto it tight so that it can't do anything. The central head opens up its mouth, releases a flame, and just as quickly as it starts, Zash holds out his hand, and it gets swarmed up into sort of a... You guys watch a little sphere appear, about 5 foot, of course, in diameter, as it just encompasses the flame projecting out directly from the mouth as it just closes in on itself and extinguishes the flame. But next up is Delilah.
Okay. Using her movement, how close can she get?
She would be able to get, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, maybe about 30 if she can nudge her way between them. She'd need to see.
She doesn't have much she can really do.
And then he dies. No, I'm kidding.
So someone's holding the puppies right now.
Yes, this knight right here.
Okay. Man. I wish more spells were bonus actions. She has resistance to fire, so she's gonna run up to the fire on the carpet there, and can she, like, bonus action try and stomp it out?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So as an action, you dash and then try and stomp.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, go ahead and make again, I think that one is just athletics, I guess. It's as close as we're going to get.
Okay. That is 20.
20. Very nice. So she puts out that as the embers stop flying away. Alright. That is it for Delilah's turn. Next up we have the brother, who's just gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right about there. So we are back at the top of the initiative with this second guard here, who's gonna come up and he's going to, I don't know, I think he's going to more so try and, like, also help to grapple the puppy with him, but more so, like, one of the heads, like, and let's see what that is. Let's see his wisdom. This knight's going to come up and try and help constrain him, but he's also going to do it more of an animal handling check than he is going to do grapple. 13. Yeah, I'd say they successfully calms the one head which was just looking around and smiling to begin with, as he's trying to help contain and control these Cerberus puppies. Next up after him, we have Zash. Yeah.
I just want to, well, with 30 feet, can I make it up to the, like, make it up through the guards to the puppies?
You would need to do a bit of a sort of acrobatics check to see how you can push your way through and make sure that you don't fall off this balcony here.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, but let's go ahead and right here, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for us.
17.
17, nice. So you make your way around and you are right at the puppies' heads.
Okay. So I just try to talk to them, like, in whatever language we both speak. I don't remember.
Abyssal? Ancestral?
Abyssal, I think?
I think. Something like that.
No, I guess common. I thought I knew Abyssal.
Okay.
Common, then. And just try to, like, just talk to them using speak with animals, or whatever that spell is that I have.
Do you cast that?
Yeah, speak with animals.
That's an action to cast, right?
Yeah.
Alright, you have your bonus action then to say something that is certainly no longer than 6 seconds. What do you say?
Why did you burn this place down, and can you stop it?
All right. That was no more than 6 seconds. Very nice. Next up, then, is these guards here, who are really just gonna enclose the circle. And then we have Jax once again.
Okay. I will step into the room. Is either of the back corners on fire, or is that like the chair that's on fire?
It's mostly the wood chairs and the table. A lot of the surrounding area is wood, but you see like the windows that are wood are starting to catch fire, and the roof and some paintings and stuff. It's slowly creeping its way up to the ceiling, which appears to be all made out of wood.
Okay, I want to try and aim my breath, which is 30 feet and 5 feet wide. I want to try and aim it the best I can to hit as many things that are on fire.
5 foot wide, 30 foot long. It's up to you. If you want to go for the central table, you can go right here. But if you want to go for the walls and stuff that's creeping its way up to the ceiling, you'd need to go either up along this wall or up along this wall here.
I'll go up along one of the walls so they don't like creep up to the like actual like framework of the building, and that'll be a little bit harder to put out. So
this one, it's sort of creeping up, but it's not really. This one is in this room here. So it would be this back wall up along here. Go ahead and that's a roll, or what is it?
Normally the enemy would make a DC 15 save dexterity, and then it's 3d6 damage. So I don't know if you want me to roll for damage or...
Not quite. What you're gonna do is go ahead and roll just a d20 for me.
What was that?
Go ahead and roll just a d20 for me.
Okay. 12.
Alright. So you spray, and this acid plume comes out of your mouth, and you watch as it sort of goes on top, coating these flames, which are licking up along the side of the walls. You watch as it slowly covers down the windowsills and other wood structures up along the walls, and you watch the flames get extinguished. As it continues to drip down, you watch that all these chairs have been extinguished as well, but now they start to sizzle in a bit of a different aspect and slowly begin to decay. But that is out, and the ceiling appears to be, for the most part, unharmed.
Awesome.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's about all I can do.
Alrighty. Next up, we have Mira. Hello, Rachel. What would Mira like to do?
First thing, Austin, you're really hard to hear.
Am
I
I?
don't know if it's on my end, but you're really quiet.
Is it the same
no,
for you guys?
It's hard to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I cut out, or am I just really quiet?
Slightly, and you're also really quiet a lot of the time.
Alrighty. Thank you for letting me know. Is this any better?
So far.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I want to stand on the part that I just put out the flames on and start grabbing. If I stand on that, could I grab on any of the paintings on the wall?
Right here there is one, yeah. What would you like to do with it?
If it's on fire, I'd like to take it off the wall and throw it onto the stone.
Like over here?
Yeah, where there isn't any carpet to catch fire. Just to get it off the wall away from the ceiling.
Alright, there does appear to be a bit, but right here what the mass is more so a wood beam that runs up along the side here, which is catching a lot, and then there is like what appears to be like one little portrait here. So you take that down and you toss that over there as part of your, bonus action, we'll say. But the fire sword remains over in the center here of that beam.
This is aggravating because I can't really do anything. Can I try and stamp out the rest of the fire on the chair?
Yes, you can. You run over to stomp out this little flame here. Do me a favor. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
17.
17, nice. Alright, the heat from the flame, it is a lot as you walk up to it, but you're successfully able to quickly put that out and move back to where you were before anything happens. Also, the intense flame from the heat made your eyes water a little bit, and now your vision is mostly clear once again. Or it is clear once again, I should say, entirely. Next up, after Mira, we have... the guards already went. Some other guards and Gerald and Lady Aowen, who they're just gonna sort of keep this formation. That guy's gonna come up here. Gerald is gonna move in like this, and he just says quickly to you, "You better know what you're doing." And Lady Aowen pleads for them not to hurt the puppies. Lord Aowen is going to run around this way, and then his turn there. And next up we have the puppies. Let me see real quick. Okay. The puppies then are going to use their action to respond to you, Zash. And the central head is going to speak and say, "We didn't recognize anyone in the room, and you were gone, and we were here all day, and one of the person in the room, they tried picking us up, and I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all." And that's it for what the puppy says. Next up, we are back out at Delilah. What would Delilah like to do, Brandon?
Okay, to bat her wings and try and do a gust to put out the flame. Would that be an action or bonus action?
That would be an action, I'd say. And where's she gonna do it?
In that corner where Mira was trying to put out the flames.
Do me a favor. Go ahead and roll a d20 again. Just flat out d20.
10.
Okay. Okay, that's good. She begins to bat her wings, and luckily, oh my gosh, why do I have hiccups? Instead of putting air to the fire, it does successfully eliminate the fire, and the embers all disappear.
And then she'll use the rest of her movement to kind of get into the room that I'm in.
And she is there. The area is hot, especially on her wings too. It is a very, very scorching area, so she's gonna stay right there for a good bit of that. Next up is back to Zash. Nope, back to one of the guards, but yeah, he's holding on to the puppy, so it's Zash. Okay. Ooh, wait, real quick, let me just double check that the grapple still holds, and it does. Cool. Alright.
Okay. Zash looks at the guard holding the puppies and says, Can I have my dog, please? And just grabs her.
For his reaction, he's going to hold on to the dogs a little bit, but then when you take it, he's just going to go wide-eyed and look over at Gerald, and that is it for his turn. I'm almost positive that Gerald is not that guy's name, but I cannot remember it right now. Still.
Are you talking about the head of the guard?
Yeah, what's
Gerald
his name again?
is somebody, though.
Gerald is
That
the leader of
His name
the
is
Fighters Guild.
Goldfrick.
Goldfrick.
Gerald
Goldfrick
is
Ironclad,
the head of the
or
Fighters
Ironclad.
Guild.
Yeah, okay, Goldfrick.
Yes.
Goldfrick. I knew it too, but okay, thank you. Alright, next up is going to be the guards. Again, they're just going to stay there, but now they're going to more so move in around you and sort of have their weapons drawn in at the ready. Because of that. And next up is Jax.
Okay, I just remembered that I had something that might help in the situation. I thought I only had my water skin, but I still have 2 of those fungus things, the water orbs, that hold up to a gallon of water.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna wring that out, one of them out on the table, and try and get it as much water down the table as I can.
Alright, go ahead and make an acrobatics check to jump up on the table.
Shit.
There are going to be a number of things here, yeah.
Oh god. Where's... I think it's just -1. Yeah. Okay. So I rolled a 10 -1, so 9.
Okay. You get up the chair onto the table. You sort of have to still stand up a bit, and takes you a bit of time. I'll say that you have about 25 feet of movement left. However, this is considered difficult terrain, seeing as how your floor is on fire.
Sure.
Do me a favor. Go ahead and you're going to move, let's see, 5, 10, 15, and a half more, so there. No, actually, it's there. So you'll get halfway across the table, and you're going to use up one of the water orbs, and just roll a d20 for me again.
Okay. 13.
All right. You successfully put out that bit of the table. Next up is, I think, yeah, Mira.
It should be
now.
me, I think.
Yep.
Alright, so Delilah got that whole area I'm in. It's clear, right?
I should say that little paper is on fire. For the most part, but the portrait that you threw on the stone is still on fire.
Well, it's on stone. That'll just burn itself out. So I'm gonna start running back towards the stairs.
Okay.
And as I pass the guards, I'm gonna yell, "We need buckets to put water in to get this. Just some of you come with me." And I try and get myself downstairs so I can find a bucket.
Do you dash?
That
That was
yes.
a bonus action to yell it, so.
And if I need to, I'll use my action to dash
Okay.
as well. Just so I can find a bucket.
You used your movement and your bonus action to yell and your action to dash.
Cool.
Okay. So you get there. Next up. After them, we have all the guards, essentially. Including Gerald. And they're going to look at him, and he says, "Don't worry about that. The other knights have it." But, no, wait. That's not his voice. Okay, sorry. He's going to say, "Don't worry about that. The other guards have it. But, we've known each other for a while, son. You sure you have that dog under control? We don't want to hurt you." That's all he says. Next up. Lady Aowen who's gonna plead for them not to hurt the dog. Lord Aowen who's gonna run in here, dash into here, and make sure that his stuff is not on fire there. And we are to Delilah, it would seem. No, the puppies. The puppies. Okay. Puppies are going to stay where they are. They're going to calm down just a little bit. Overall, we will see with Zash as to whether or not they stay calm once it's your turn. But next up is Delilah.
Okay. She is going to step like between those two chairs next to it, but enough to like reach me, and she's going to cast protection from energy, and then the element will be fire, so that I have resistance to fire damage, just in case I roll really bad and fall into some fire.
Okay.
And that's her action. And if she can like bonus action try and like put out a fire, she will, but like maybe that one chair or something, like stomp it out or pat it out. But other than that, she can't do anything. Or could she? Never mind. I already used a spell. I was gonna say, could she use spiritual weapon and make a giant fan? Not an electric fan, but like a kind.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure spiritual weapon's a bonus action no matter what.
It is, but I already cast a normal spell, so you can't cast two like spells. It can be a spell and a cantrip, but not like, yeah.
You can cast two spells as long as it's a bonus action and action.
I thought you could only do that with a cantrip. Like, you could cast a cantrip and then like a bonus action spell.
It's just that they're very rare to have spells that are cantrips, but you can do that if you have a bonus action and action one.
Okay. Then yeah, she'll try and spiritual weapon like a giant like hand fan.
Hand fan.
And yeah, and like try and like wave out some fire like she did with her wings.
Okay. She's gonna cast that. She's gonna move up here and do the same thing with her wings as well.
I thought the wings was an action. She used her action to use protection from energy on me.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Oh boy, that's way too large. Well, that's not going anywhere, I guess. Yeah. She's gonna be able to do that, and again, just a d20 for me.
Okay. Oh, nice. Natural 20.
That is nice. Alright, perfect. The blade begins to spin in the air. It's not quite this large, of course, but it begins to spin.
My God, a whirlwinding freaking sword? Yeah. That's awesome.
In the air, so much so that it
Way
gets...
better than my idea.
It pushes all these embers down the way, and just sort of... As the wind pushes them, they sort of go against the wind, but then they go into just smoke. As once the blade stops whirring in the air, it just... the smoke begins to rise, but there's no fire anymore along that area.
Dude, that was a genius idea. Way better than my hand fan. And that'll be her turn.
Alright, that is it for her turn. Then we go back to Zash. Because the guard goes first. You took the dog from him, and yeah. Wow, that's as small as I can make that. Okay.
Alright. Zash is going to move 60 feet away with the puppies. Ideally trying to leave the mansion.
Yeah. You begin to walk over in this direction then, and as you try and walk, the guards all stand at attention and sort of block your way with their shields shoulder to shoulder in any position that you try to move around them.
And he sighs and uses Thunder Step to go 90 feet away from them.
Gonna
I tried.
All right, go ahead and thunder step 90 feet in a place that you can see.
Yeah. So like 90 feet across the room, I guess.
You could go over here. You could go to where you see at the top of the stairs. You can't see really anything below the stairs except for the top of the dragon statue here, which is in the center. But that's about it.
Yeah, just to the stairs. That's on the way out.
Okay, to the stairs then.
Oh god.
Does that make a loud booming noise?
Yep.
One, it damages literally everybody around him right now.
Yeah.
Every creature within 10 feet. Hey, I tried to just leave.
We also have to come back here so that we can go to
Including
Valkyrie.
Lady Eowyn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
If you kill her, you're on the chopping block, dude. There's nothing we can do to save you.
Alright, that was quite a decision. Do me a favor. That was a very chaotic, evil decision, too. I should mention that.
I'm neutral.
Your
evil. It's close
alignment,
enough.
no, your alignment needs to possibly be checked soon. We'll see. Hey, check your alignment. Okay, sorry. Check your privilege. Okay. Yeah. So they have to roll what? Or it's just straight up damage?
Constitution saving throw.
For what's his name? Which I'm sure. Yeah, he got that. Well, what is the succeed anyway? It's like over
14.
20, but still. Okay. And then for them, and then she's just a noble woman, so 14 con is +2. Okay. Yep. No. Yep. No. Yep. No. Yep. No. Plus him is 6. 2 more. The last 2 made it, so 2 are damaged, and then the noble woman.
Oh, they're all damaged.
I know. 2 succeed though.
All right, it's not that bad. Actually, when I set the dice, like before I, rolled it, it was really bad. The roll is not nearly as bad.
No, she doesn't make it.
So that is 14 damage for everyone that failed, and half that for the successes.
All right. So a number of them take 7 damage as Lady Eowyn gets pushed back and hits her head on the wall in the back
Oh my god.
and is unconscious against the wall. We
This poor
have
woman.
this knight who gets flown back, and he's gonna fall down a level, and he gets flown back and goes there. The other ones take 7 points of damage, including not Gerald, Golfric Ironclad, who is wide-eyed stunned that just happened. He and a number of the other knights whose turn is not yet, actually. They will do that on their turn. Okay, I thought that they were up next. They're not. Next up is Jax.
Okay. Did I hear the boom of
Thunderclap? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah.
It can be heard for 300 feet away.
Do I assume that Zash had something to do with it?
You very well could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aren't they pretty much right next to you now?
No, he's over in this room. You're next to Miro.
No, you're right. You're right next to me.
And
Yeah.
and Lord Awen's brother,
Oh.
who just
I-
watched
okay.
his sister-in-law be murdered by you.
I'm actually putting out the fire.
Yep.
Shit. Shit's still on fire in here, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
God.
murder anyone.
You murdered Lady Awen. She's dead.
She's
she
in
had
fact
9,
unconscious.
on the
she
wall
had
behind
9 hit points.
Is she unconscious or is she dead?
For the most part, NPCs don't have that ability. They're just dead when they drop to 0 in D&D.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I will see in a minute here once it's her turn.
Alright, Jax doesn't know that anyone was actually injured, maybe I don't know. He's gonna take out his other water orb and rain it on the try and rain it on the rest of this table. And then as a bonus action, he'll go over like their speaking stone things and just be like, what's going on out there? Is everybody all right?
All right, so your bonus action, again, you're going to move 5, 10, 15 feet. You get up to these ones, essentially. I would say that that's your movement, and for your action, you could squeeze... How many do you have orbs left?
I just have the one left, and then I have, like, my water skin.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
12.
Okay, yeah, cool. I'd say that you could ring it out as you go and then ring out the rest of it, like, in front of you to try and put out the rest of the fire that you can't really reach while it's so hot underneath your feet. Oop, I deleted you by accident. You're not really gone, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, and you successfully put all that out.
Okay.
All we have to worry about is the ceiling.
That's not all you have to worry about.
Well, yeah, but in the sense of the roof collapsing.
Alright. And that is it for your turn. Next up, we have Mira.
So hearing the thunderclap, I would probably look behind me.
Yeah, you very
instinctually?
clearly see the line still of the people around you. Saw what happened. Sorry, Higgins.
Oh yeah, because that's an open banister.
Yep.
Right? Okay, yeah, so I saw that whole thing. I see her on the ground.
Yeah. You saw her get flown back the moment it popped. You turn your head, and out of the corner of your eye, you saw Zash with the puppies, and you see her fly that way, and another guard fly that way, and another guard fall down this banister, and do the Wilhelm scream as he falls down.
Oh god. I turn around to Zash and I say, "What the hell?" And I'm just gonna ready an action. If Zash goes past me, I'm gonna hit him with my rapier.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna hit him with a drow poison bolt. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so you ready your bow at the ready and hold your action for that. Alright, next
Yes.
up. After that is all the guards. Of course, they're gonna run up to Lady Eowyn immediately. Make sure that she's alright. Four of them will. This guy will go over here for him, seeing everybody else run over that way. And this guy's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over this way. That is it for their turn, essentially. He's also gonna yell out, "Stop right there!" Like, very aggressively. Very aggressively. Lord Eowyn still has no idea that anything else happened. He's looking in here. And next up we have Delilah.
Okay.
Oh! Nope, sorry. Next up is Lady Eowyn.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just see. Okay. Okay. So she can fight for her life right now. First one she got is a death save, though. And since it's just that, we're gonna say 2 death save fails, and she's dead. Because she's an NPC, not a player. Next up is now Delilah, yes. Sorry.
Okay. So she heard that. Probably turns around, sees Lady Eowyn.
First off, she sees this knight being pulled up. He looks to be fine. She looks over and she sees the knights all rushing over this way. She did hear the pop and everything, but she didn't see quite as much because she was turned the opposite way, and when she tried turning her head, her wings were in the way.
Okay. Alright. is there any other fire in here?
There's no other fire. That one that Mira said would put itself out essentially did. The embers all have turned to smoke essentially.
Okay.
Delilah did hear Gulfric yell out Lady Aowen as he ran up to help her.
Okay. Then she'll use her full movement to try and get over there if she can reach.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. She definitely gets over there. And she gets up along the side and sees that this guard here, now seeing you guys more so as hostile, almost all of you, is going to come up, protect Lady Aowen from Delilah, and he can't really use a reaction to do anything like that, but yeah, he's just gonna move more so just as a reaction. He's gonna use that to move about a foot or two over to the side to sort of make a human shield against Delilah.
Okay.
You have 5 more feet of movement.
But the dude's like blocking, so she can't get like right up to her.
You can try and nudge by him.
That would come off as probably kind of hostile. I don't know. Can from here, can she see if she's still breathing? Like, can she see her chest kind of raising and falling?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. 10 total. Or wait, no, that's a 9. So 13 total.
She can't really see anything.
Okay. She can't see anything, or she can't tell if she's breathing.
She,
Like-
in the heat of the moment, she can't see anything. Like, she
Okay,
can,
so
she can see the body, she can see where she should be breathing, she doesn't see any movement.
Okay, so she sees her unconscious on the floor.
Yep.
Does she have healing word prepared?
Yes, she does, but I'm trying to think if she would use it or not, is what I'm trying to figure out, because if she's like totally unconscious, it would be a waste of a spell, and if she's breathing, but because she can't tell if she's breathing or not, I think she would use it anyway. So she's going to cast Healing Word.
Okay.
1d4 plus 4.
Yeah, I'll roll that real quick. Okay. So Lady Aowen comes back to life as Delilah lets out a very radiant kind of like just a sort of Disney princess kind of vocal range of noises as Lady Aowen comes back to life, and you watch her wounds visibly heal themselves, and you watch the gash on her head and the blood draining out the back of it just slowly heal themselves up as she gets up to her feet, and a huge sigh of relief comes over Gulfric. Next up, we have that guard who is gonna see that, but he looks back and he says, "I said stop!" as he comes up, and he's going to still
Did he move again before me?
he did the action of all the other people. Oh, maybe that was the one. I wonder which one it would be then. Because there was one guard, but I lost which one it was in the clump of all of them. Maybe it's this guy then. He's going to use half his movement to get up, and he's going to run up the stairs for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right up there. No, he used half his movement, sorry. 5, 10, 15. All right, right there. And then next up is Ash.
Okay. Zash is going to continue down the balcony to the other set of stairs
Okay.
and double move to try to go down.
15.
Do I still get my action on him?
25. 30.
You said if I go past you.
You did 35, 40, 45, 50. The moment you get downstairs, you're met with about 7 guardsmen, all with pails and buckets, trying to get up those stairs. This guy's going to use a reaction to yell, "Stop that man!" And that is it for your turn.
Okay.
This is gonna end so bad.
Probably. Next up then are these guards finally. Those two are going to sigh relief. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just like so. And they're going to help Lady Awen sort of, they're going to create a little barrier around her. They know that Delilah's fine, so they're going to let her through, but they're going to start moving Lady Awen. Essentially drag her off around the corner. Just so that they could successfully heal and protect her. And next up is Jax.
Okay. Nobody responded to me when I asked if everyone was okay, so he assumes everything is not okay, and he's going to run out the room. And then he's also going to use his fucking speaking stone thing again and be like, why isn't anybody responding? What is going on out there? And then that'll be all he can do. So he'll get as far as he can with movement and then dash and then bonus action go over the...
Alright.
I mean, I would respond,
Essentially for
but that would
30
require a reaction, and that's precious right now.
Essentially, for
Yeah.
a 30-foot table, it takes you about 30 feet to get across. I want you to go ahead and make an acrobatics check as you jump down and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 that way.
So that's going to be an 8 for the acrobatics.
Okay. Not a fail.
Okay. Oh, good. Whew. I should probably figure out a way
What
to
do you
get
have
rid
to
of that
get
minus
to
1.
fail?
5 or less.
Okay.
It is just a table, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's easy.
Well, to be fair, I have jumped off a table. It's not that easy.
Well, because you kept on getting ones. Remember that one time when you tried jumping up on a rock?
No, I
while
mean
you
in
were
real life.
the
I've
only
tried
one-
jumping
oh,
off
okay.
tables. It's not as easy.
Gotcha. You guys have been in worse scenarios, though. Certainly been jumping off a table. So that is it for you. Next up is Mira.
Well, knowing that both of these stairs go down the exact same way, I am going to run down my flight of stairs until I'm within 30 feet of Zash.
Okay. Yeah, you can get 20 feet and definitely get within 30 feet of him.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot my.
You're very close to him. Do you want to stay back 30 feet, essentially?
Yeah, I want.
Okay,
I only
you were
want to
here.
use enough movement to be within 30 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're already 30 feet within him.
Oh,
within
cool.
range,
Then I'm gonna
but,
shoot him.
I would like to point out you might want to move this way a little bit so that you don't hit that card there.
Yes.
That guy. Okay.
So I move like
We'll say
5,
right
10
there.
feet.
Yeah, that's 10 feet.
Okay.
He's not on top of that thing. He's by it. Okay.
That's 17 to hit.
Zash, what is your armor class?
He has stepped away. Oh, there he is.
What is your armor class by chance, Zash?
It might be higher than 17 now because he has that +1 from the cloak. And
No, it's 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. If you could make a Constitution saving
too.
throw, that'd be great. Since I'm technically on the side of the guards, do I get sneak attack?
Yeah. He's definitely flanked. You definitely have allies. Well, that's the thing. In this case, I'd say you have allies. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I never get to use sneak attack anymore.
That's a 11.
Okay,
You're just poisoned, so
he's
you
just
have
poisoned. Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Yeah. That's 9 points of damage.
With sneak attack?
Yes. And I'm going to use my bonus action to shoot again with the drow crossbow hand bolt.
You have
try
disadvantage
to knock you
on
unconscious.
ability checks and attack rolls.
And my second hit is... Oh yeah, 16 plus 5. Yeah, I hit you again.
That one does not have
So-
sneak attack.
And make another con save. 4 points of damage.
It's 19.
Okay.
I
Damn it.
swear we fight each other more than we do enemies.
It would appear.
You said 4 points of damage?
Yeah, another
4, yes.
for a total of 13 points of damage.
And then I am going to use the rest of my movement to go back behind the banister. Oh wait, no, I'll stay where I am because I can't hide. Wait, can I get partial cover if I go back behind the banister?
There are those statues right there.
Yeah, there are a lot of statues here and stuff.
Yeah, can I stand behind a statue so I have partial cover?
Yeah, for sure. In fact, the giant dragon statue is right here in the middle. If you wanna
Yes,
feel
I'll
like
do
that'd
that.
be the best thing.
Fire hurts.
Yep. All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. That is it for Mira.
Sash is about to fireball this entire room.
Next up,
I was trying to stop the fire, but
we have... He realized, oh, he can't stop it, and then he decided to attack everyone. Next up
no,
is...
I was trying to get the dog out because they were stopping my pass.
Yeah.
The
You
dog
could-
was causing the
Do
fire.
not run from the scene of a crime that is A, admitting guilt, and B,
I was
It's just
getting the source of the fire out
Like,
of the building.
I know Zash doesn't like to talk, but you really could have
your
just
communication
said
skills suck.
anything. You could have
He-
said anything. They just moved to close in your thing, but you could have said, "Can I please get through to make sure that I get him out and somewhere safe?" And that would have been it.
He does not learn from his actions.
No,
That being
he
said,
doesn't. I'm
you,
just playing the character.
I would like to point out you never did do an animal handling check. So before Delilah here are the puppies who are going to...
I mean, you always tell me to do an animal handling check.
Huh? I did. I said
You-
the next round you're going to need to make an animal handling check
I was
to see
probably
whether or
in
not...
the bathroom.
Gotcha. That was right at the beginning of when you took control of the puppies. I said they seem to be a bit more tame, but you're going to need to make an animal handling check at some point. And you have not tried to calm them. It has not been a very calming situation. I'm just seeing if the puppies do anything in all that's happened. If you had peacefully, like, talked to them and what's the word I'm looking for? Deflated the situation, then we would have checked the animal handling to see if they were under control. But there's just no chance that they're calmed right now. Okay. That being said, with you, they're just going to bark and growl at all these knights that are surrounding you. Very aggressively, and that is it. Next up is Delilah now.
Okay, since no one else wants to tell Jax what's going on, Delilah will turn to Jax and say, some shit's going down with, she wouldn't say shit, but
No.
some stuff is going down with Zash
Zash
being
was
chased by some
surrounded and he
guards.
decided to use thunder to escape, but Lady Aowen died for a little bit, but I revived her. She's okay. It's all okay.
This does not sound okay. And then I don't know what she would do. Let me see what she's got.
If I may bet,
Oh, okay.
I would say that she would sort of fly down.
Yep, and she's gonna cast Hold Person on Zash
Oh, wow.
and see what happens.
5,
Probably end badly,
10,
but
15, 20, 25, 30. She could be right there hovering up over the area a little bit. Let's just do that. Lock and...
that's a Wisdom save, DC 15.
I'm trying to see. I believe I have advantage on wisdom saving throws, but I can't.
You have
find
disadvantage
it, so.
on
I
all
know.
ability checks right now.
This is a save,
That would just give me regular if I have advantage on it.
but this is a save, so it doesn't affect that. That's like checks like acrobatics and stealth.
True. Okay.
But I know you have advantage on something. I thought it was charisma stuff.
I have advantage on charisma, but I think my character always has had wisdom. I think it doesn't matter. I won't bother with it.
If it's on your D&D Beyond sheet, it should be like
Under
it's
racial
right next
traits
to
and
saving
stuff.
throws. If you have
Yeah.
against like resistance to something, it should be under saving throws.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really thought that this was only going to be an hour.
Yeah.
27.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Up there,
I
she's
do have
like,
a plus
"Oh,
9.
crap."
I couldn't find the advantage, but
All right. Is that all for Delilah?
Yeah.
This knight's gonna move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
If you wanted to, she could have moved her spiritual weapon.
I know, but it's too far away, and it only moves 20 feet at a time, so it's still back in that room.
Yeah.
Seeing as how you made him fall off a balcony, he's going to attack you. He's also going to
technically
use
Thunder's
the...
Step doesn't push anyone. That was flavor text on your behalf, but
True.
I'll take it.
True. It was a very dramatic moment. There had to be dramatic effects.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying it wasn't technically me. It wasn't my spell.
You're right. It was God in the situation, but he blames you. Okay. For 1 minute, the knight can utter a special command or warning whenever a non-hostile creature that can see within 50 feet makes an attack roll or saving throw. The creature can add 1d4. Okay. Okay. I feel like that's going to be when another knight does something, which I don't know if that would count then to this, but nonetheless, he's going to make multi-attack with his great sword. First one does not hit. Second one, 17. Nope, 19.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
hits.
Oh. 13 points of slashing damage on the second one as he comes up with just a good bit of anger in his eyes. He goes, "Stop! I said..." No, he's not the one who said that, though. He's like... No, he doesn't yell anything. He doesn't yell anything. There's just anger and a release of just a blurt of "ah!" as he comes up. Slashing by you once and missing as you quickly move out of the way, but you're trying to hold on to the puppies, making sure that they don't get damaged, and as you do, he jabs another one right up into your shoulder blade. As, yeah, it does a good bit of damage to you. That is it for his turn. It is now your turn.
Okay. So Zash is playing fair. He could have easily reacted to that attack much more dangerously than the guy's attack himself, but he didn't. He's trying to be calm, and so he produces a flame in his palm and just says, "I'm just trying to get the problem out of here. If you would prefer, I can make it much worse."
Okay. Is that all that it says?
Yes.
All right. And that's all for your turn?
I mean, I want to keep moving, but I feel like they're going to stop me.
They might, yes. Your movement would be, where would you go? You have a little bit of space where you can move around here, but they'd all have attack opportunities, essentially.
Right.
All but these guys here. And that guy.
And 5 foot step, is that a thing?
What do you mean?
Like moving, just like a quick step to not take any attacks, but to see if they will provoke. Like basically just trying to move to see what happens.
That's what you do. If you move, you move. If you don't, you don't. It's all in 6 seconds that you're thinking of it, so their reaction really is just while you're backing up, essentially, to do anything, even if it's just moving 5 feet away, it's them seeing an opportunity to attack you. So if you're testing the waters and they see the opportunity and they're going to take it, then they take it in that time.
Is there somewhere I can move that only one of them would get an attack of opportunity?
No,
I mean,
there would be 3 at least, and depending on which way you go, probably 4.
Okay, then I stand still.
All right. Next up, then, is the rest of these guards, who, at this point... Oh, that's what I didn't do. Go ahead and make an intimidation check for me with what you just did there.
Okay. My intimidation is surprisingly not high. That's a 5.
Okay. They're going to start attacking then. The first one here, which I realize you guys can't see when I point to the screen. First guy right here. First attack for 19 hits. Second attack for 14 does not. Then this guy here, so that's 1 hit.
Well,
I'm just gonna...
Hold on. After the first attack, I react with Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. What is Hellish Rebuke?
It's a reaction which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see.
All right, let me go
Point
and
your
roll
finger,
the damage
and the creature
first,
that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. It's actually 4d10 damage.
11.
That is a fail.
Okay.
So he's going to take 4d10 damage. I did warn him.
All right. 4d10 of damage. Go ahead and roll those. Whereas you take 7 points of slashing damage from him.
Jesus. Hold on. So... All right. That's not great. That is 15
Okay.
on 4d10.
So he gets blasted with that, takes that damage. As the flames surround him a little bit from that. Just that
tried to
powerful
warn you.
punch. And so next, this guy's seen that. He's going to very aggravatedly, aggressively... Yeah, he says... He says, "Don't let that sway you! Don't let him pressure you into giving up! We're gonna take him down!" To that guy who just got hit, and now he's gonna make 2 attacks. That was his, Actually... It doesn't say that that's an action. No, it does. That's an action. Never mind. That's what he's gonna do. And that is it for his turn. This is, let's see. Technically, this guy's also within 5 feet. He's gonna move up just a little bit closer just to ensure that, though. He's going to make 2 attacks. First one is crit fail. He swings forward, and as he lunges forward, the dogs start to bite at him. He backs away quickly, holding his hand back as he drops the knife by accident, the blade by accident. This guy's gonna move up right here. Going to make, first one is 14, does not hit. Second one does hit for 18, right?
Yeah.
2d6 plus 3. First one's a 1, second one's a 2 for 6 points of slashing damage. Then this guy's gonna move down. He's gonna make the first one crit succeeds for a 6 on the die. On a d6, another 6 on the die. Holy crap, that's 24 damage plus 3 is 27 points of damage. As this guy... Yeah. This guy, oh my god, the OP. He crit succeeded, rolled 2 d6s on a d6. Oh my god. I can't get past that. I'm sorry, I'm so happy you're down, but Jesus Christ. Like...
Rude.
Where's my phone? I want to take a picture of this right now. Okay, anyway. He comes up and seeing his friend get pushed back, he comes up, he stabs you once in the back as you like pinch your back at the piercing pain of the blade. As you quickly turn around, he takes it out and stabs it one more time into your gut and twists it a little bit. You are unconscious. Next up after you is that was all the guards. Never mind, that wasn't you. Next up after all the guards, they're gonna move in. They are going to bind your hands behind you and not take any more swings or attacks against you. But they're going to bind you up. And not do anything to heal you either. So that being said, after them, it's now Jax's turn.
Okay. Still not really knowing what's going on. He's going to run up to Lord Awen's brother and be like,
Perfect.
Please, you need to stop the guards from chasing after Zash. It's not him. It's the amulet that he wears. It's making him lose himself. That's why we're trying to get to the Valkyrie so they can remove it.
Okay. I would say that that's all your action and bonus to say that.
Sure.
Alright. And that is it for you. Next up we have is Mira.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry. How much movement will it take for me to get to the middle of the guard pile?
Oh, like 15 feet.
Cool.
That guy also moved up there, though. It looks crowded, though. It looks crowded. Moving around.
Can I
the
try
dragon, you
and?
would...
Can I try and get into the center?
You come up to them. They don't really seem to be budging. They're not specifically trying to block your path, but they're just in the way. Do you want to say anything to help move them, or what?
Would I have known that from the statue? How long is the wingspan on the statue?
Oh, it's long. It's like up along here.
Could I possibly jump into the center from the statue?
Can you do an acrobatics check? We'll see.
I can certainly try.
Yeah, you can try if you
That's
want.
fun. Oh god, no.
Yep. You guys really don't like talking to people, do ya? Okay. You try climbing up. What is
Jax
your
is trying.
fail? Yeah.
That was
Yeah, you
That
are.
was a 7.
7.
I was just so far away.
You don't hurt yourself, but you're trying to climb up and you can't do it. And that would be essentially your bonus action gone. So if you want to say anything, it's an action.
Ugh. Could I try and weave through them?
Go ahead and make a strength check against theirs.
Oh,
All of
God.
theirs.
Just strength or athletics?
Strength.
Damn it. 8.
First one is 4, so that's good. Second one, not so good. Third one is 4 again. Okay. Let me just make sure.
I just have to get through like 2 of them.
You try, and this one budges aside pretty easily. He doesn't know where he's standing. But as you try and move forward, this guy is not moving at all, and he's just in the way completely with 18.
Alright.
So you get about there.
See,
What do
these
I
guys
have
are being
left? An
unreasonable.
action?
Yeah, they're the unreasonable ones.
Yeah.
What's up?
What do I have left? An action?
Uh,
Or just some movement?
not really. I mean, maybe a little bit of movement. That was your action, trying to sort of budge your way through. Because you didn't have a bonus action anymore.
Could I move forward any with the movement, or am I just stuck in the middle?
He's like in your way. You could move back out the way you came from, but that's about it.
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Next up. After you. Let's see. It's both the Eowens. It's the brother. He says, I can't control their guards now. It's all up to them what happens. Them and your friend. And that's all that he says.
No fucking help.
Build, and then they're just gonna now move this way a bit more so. Down that hall, he's still doing stuff in here. And yeah, that's about it. Now it's Delilah's turn. What does Delilah want to do?
First, seeing Zash struck down, she will healing word him from here because she doesn't think that it's smart to get right in the thick of it there.
Okay. Go
Want me to
ahead.
roll for that, or?
Yep.
So 5 hit points.
Okay. Just
And that's from
back to
0,
5.
right?
Yeah. You're back alive once again, and life comes back to you. As once again the room echoes with a kind of audio.
And then let's see. Yeah, she's just gonna call out and like beg the guards to stop and say that he didn't mean to harm anyone.
Okay. One of the
just
guards is going
protecting his
to,
dog.
yeah, one of the guards, this guy, as a reaction, is going to say, well, that's why we didn't kill him, isn't it? We put him in restraints, but he's trying to get away. If he moves again, we kill him. That's it.
I mean, technically they did almost kill him.
I mean, they could have brought him, they could have restored him, too.
Exactly.
They do have cells.
Assholes.
They decided not to because they all used their action to make sure that he was restrained. On the next turn, yeah. Anyway, next up is
But I'm no longer able to control the puppies.
this guard.
So,
Oh yeah, you're right. Next up is the puppies.
yeah.
God, shit.
This is on them now.
We're supposed to be doing
Why
the
did they get
trials
close
right now.
enough so I could talk to them?
Puppies are gonna go up and
Right.
just lick on Zash's face. They had a nat 20 to see if they're intelligence was good enough to stay calm. If their obedience was good enough, I should say.
I feel like I mean, you're in control of them, I guess, but I feel like they would be mad that I'm down. Or was put
Justin,
down.
just let them be calm. Let's get out of this.
It's a nat 20, dude. Yeah, it's the very best possible case scenario. So it's their calm. Next up is Zash once again. Now that you're at 5 hit points, you are still lying on the ground. You can use half your movement to get up. You are surrounded. You are restrained with your arms behind your back, pointed away from each other so that they cannot coalesce with magic.
Did they gag him as well, or?
No, you can talk. Your hands are just
Oh,
tied
shit.
behind your back. And your legs are tied together. That is it. Well, no, they haven't gotten to your legs yet.
Zash just lays there and says, apparently you don't mind a chaotic set of Cerberus in your mansion, so do what you want with me.
Okay. Alright. That is it for your turn then?
Yep.
Next up we have the guards. They are going to... This guard is going to try and pick up the calm-seeming puppies. Why do I keep on putting this one back?
I should do that.
Okay. That's good.
Should have just spared the dying Zash and kept him unconscious, but alive.
That's what their plan was. Because the best way to handle prisoners is certainly when they are unconscious and can't run or fight or anything, and then figure out what to do with them. The knight's animal handling now is going to try and make sure that the puppies stay calm. For animal handling, what is the base thing of that? It is wisdom. So this knight... Okay. Nat 20. Awesome. So the puppies are like very, very calm now in the scenario. They're just looking down at Zash now that he's just sat there and is very, very calm and peaceful. They're going to just one head is like looking down, whimpering. Another one is looking, the center head I should say, is looking at him, just really watching intently, sort of turning his head back and left and right. And the third one, the one that's like always happy, is looking at the one guard now that's holding on to him, and has done a great job with the animal handling, and he's gonna just start licking him and just be very comfortable with that guard. Alright, that is it for the puppies. Next up we have, or not the puppies, sorry, the knight. The other ones are sort of going to back up just a little bit to arouse some breath in the area and just some restraint. Next up is Jax.
Okay. I run down the stairs, now seeing what the hell is going on.
You get about there for 3 feet. Yeah.
Okay. Oh god. I'm gonna kind of say the same thing I said to Lord Awen's brother. Just kind of like blame it all on the amulet. Just kind of like really make it clear that we need to head out to see the Valkyrie as soon as possible so that we can get this thing off of him.
Okay.
It's clouding his judgment.
Alright, and with the puppies diffused, with Zash seceding, and with the knights at attention, but now calmer and no longer lunging and attacking anyone, the initiative order ends. The brother of Lord Aowen He's going to go up and begin talking to his brother. Lady Awen too. Lord Awen, before you know it, comes up over the balcony and says,
Oh shit.
I took you folks into my home. Before anything else continues, I would like you and you. He points to Jackson Mira. And also you. He has to lift up his head and point up into the air toward Delilah. To all come have a word with me in my quarters. Or, no, he says in my office. Yeah. Do you guys go?
I go up the stairs.
Yep. I also think over the thing to everyone because they can hear me. And I'm just like, we need a way out of this. I think if we stress the amulet, it will help them kind of see that maybe Zash wasn't thinking clearly, whether he was or not. And maybe we can speed up the process of getting to the portal to the Valkyrie.
Okay. He says, well, as you guys go up the stairs, you guys notice that he quickly has a word with, as you guys walk this way, Gulfric comes out of here. And he has a quick little word with him as he walks by. And he goes, right. We're under observation. And they just mumble a few words. You can't really tell, but then they continue walking. Okay, sorry, I gotta turn down this music. I changed the music and it's way too loud. He continues walking out, and now Gulfric begins walking down. Well, he says something to one of his knights, and now he starts walking downstairs and leading these knights over here. We're gonna go over to Mira, Delilah, and Lord Awen's brother, and all of them first. They're going to move there. Nope. There you are. My God. I've been told my wife died in that fiasco. Do you care to explain that? And Delilah steps forward. Well, wait. That was very poor judgment by one of our allies, but we will always make sure that no harm ever comes to your wife, like ever. I was able to heal her then, and even if I wasn't, I would have brought her back for sure. I'm so sorry that happened.
And then Jax will chime in. You now see the what's the word I'm looking for? The dire situation of removing this amulet. Zash is starting to lose himself. This is why we need to get to the Valkyrie. They're the only ones who could remove this. The quicker we go, the quicker we can end it.
This is what you say, but how do I know that it is not simply your friend who wishes the harm and ill intent on my family and the lands that I rule? I've already had that problem once, and once is enough for this castle. Now, I have given you all a lot. Don't make me take it all back.
Just give us one more thing, and that's access to your portal to get to the mountaintop so that we can head to the Valkyrie. And that's it. Zash will be out of here. He'll be with us. You won't have to worry about him again. The amulet will hopefully be removed, and everything can go back to normal.
No, he says as he sits down in his throne. As worried as I am about having him near me and my family, I'm still going on the expedition. In fact, I created a little bit of a accompaniment myself. You all know, of course, Golfric. He will be joining us, along with 2 of his best knights. But there are a couple other members as well. I'm sure that in the papers you've heard of a person by the name of Jeff Lockmead, correct?
Sounds familiar.
Well, he will be joining us on this incredible expedition. Jeff, as he says loudly, and you see from,
Oh, Jeff, the author!
yeah,
Yeah.
the world traveler guy.
The well-equipped adventurer.
Yeah.
Jax, in character, also just remembers this and gets excited.
He walks into the room, and there is this, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Is that one it? Oh boy, I hate when that happens. Yeah, cool. Don't want to delete Mira. As into the room walks this gentleman, very suave looking, with a hat, who is not at all resembling Orlando Bloom. In walks Jeff Lockmead in an explorer gown and a nice, sort of lavish-looking outfit, but it looks like he's ready to trek and go on an adventure, but he looks more so like one of those safari trekkers that, like in the 1940s, went on expeditions that really weren't that dangerous, but they created up to be this lavish, dangerous lifestyle. And he walks in and he says, "Hello, it is very, very nice to meet all of you. Ah, Lord Awen, it is such a pleasure to see you once more. I can't wait to get underway on this expedition that you have in mind for all of us." Lord Awen says, "Yes, it should be quite eventful, that's for sure. Now, I've been readying this expedition for quite some time, and I have some maps of the area, but more so, I have the books and the knowledge that none of you possess about
Are these the only people that you're taking with you?
No, there's one more, since you ask. A human fighter, in fact, who will be going along the expedition, who some call a mercenary, others would say is quite a very, very powerful ally to have on your team due to his sheer background. Let's go ahead and bring him in, shall we?" And let's see.
Oh no!
What happened?
Oh, sorry, it just went to my face and I thought you dropped the call.
No worries. No, you're good. Hello. Oh, can we hear you? Hello? Can you hear us? Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
Great
okay.
Great to have you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Brandon didn't know about this additional character who would be joining us, but he was the only one.
I didn't know either.
Yep.
I didn't know either.
I said Brandon is the only one who knew.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, yes. Sorry if that cut out. But say hello to Rachel and Justin, as well, of course, Brandon. Say hello and
Hello,
introduce
guys.
yourselves to the stream and the other players.
Hello, guys. My name's Fred. I think Random found me on Reddit because I was desperately trying to find a group to play. I'm gonna play Tristan Darkleaf, level 6, fighter, dexterity fighter, battle master. So thanks for letting me join you.
No problem. Perfectly done. And let's go
Awesome.
ahead and
Welcome.
bring in Tristan Darkleaf then. Let's see. Current NPCs. Nope. Not current NPCs. Current party. There we go. There we have Tristan, who walks in with black hair and green eyes. However, imagine that this red-headed miniature is Tristan. There's a very large character that walks in, a very large human fighter, ready to the brim, with a shield at his ready and sort of a glowing shield or glowing dagger, I should say, at his side, while he has a couple of weapons out and at the ready. He says, Tristan, it is great to see you once more, and I assure that on this expedition you will be able to protect us very, very well.
Well, I can try, but I'm gonna try my hardest.
Of course, of course. Now, look around. These are the explorers that you will all be traveling with, and of course, once Golfric once again joins us with his 2 best fighters, we can begin. Now, Tristan, there's one other member as well who's down and sort of tied up at the moment.
Yeah, I think I saw him on my way here.
Yes.
He was lying on the ground.
Yes, he is becoming possessed by an unknown evil entity, and we all need to keep our eye on him.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Lockmead, Jeff Lockmead joins in. I see that could be a bit difficult, but we shall try our best to ensure that everyone stays safe the entire time. But tell me, since you're the one who has all this knowledge about the expedition itself, what are some things that we might encounter? I'm very glad that you asked, says Lord Awen. He says, we for sure know that there will be a test once we get to the very top of the mountain that we will need to pass in order to gain entry into the land of the Valkyrie. But there are unknown challenges that await us as well. After all, there will be the creatures which have called this mountaintop their home. The reason why I'm bringing all of you with is because it is also rumored that there have been many very large creatures up atop this mountain. Very dangerous ones. And so, there's certainly power in numbers. And obviously, we've seen that the lot of you can take out heck, one of your fighters, as he points to Mira and Jax and Delilah, one of your fighters could take out 10 of the knights that I have stationed around here, which hopefully is very good if he's on our side. I need to know from all of you, though, as he once again points to Mira, Jax, and Delilah, that we won't have outbursts like this in the future when it's just the lot of us up on the top of a mountain.
This won't happen again. We have ways that we could restrain him, if need be.
See, I'm not sure I believe that bit, considering that it took all of my knights surrounding him in order to get him restrained, but...
Delilah and I were occupied putting out the fire. We weren't there when things happened. It took us a minute to get to him. And by the time we did, he was already on the ground, tied up. So, as long as we're around, we can...
What?
Mira as well. She has certain arrows that can stop it.
I am comforted a bit by your confidence. So that does mean a bit.
And if you want to know right now, we do have a few ways of actually making him tell the truth to see if the outburst was in fact
Let's not
from
do
the
that.
influence.
Let's not
Oh no,
do
I
that.
think we should.
Oh my
And
god.
I think through my earring. I think through my earpiece. I don't want this to happen again. It's happened twice now.
I think through the earpiece, if he did it on purpose, he's gonna say he did it on purpose, and we're screwed.
We're not
And I
screwed.
think that
We
the
may
earpiece,
be.
I can hear you all.
I know.
Oh shit. I mean, it's my spell. I'm okay. All right.
You're not the only one who can make people tell the truth.
I think through the earpiece, I'll agree to this, but I'm not really gonna cast a spell. I'll go
In
through
the
the
meantime,
motions.
as you're saying it, Lord Aowen says, I do believe that sounds like a pretty good idea. It would certainly give us all peace of mind, and this is like sort of simultaneous as you're thinking that.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's do this.
I push ahead.
Do you think I should be the one to cast the spell? Says Jeff.
No.
Oh god damn you, Jeff.
As you guys begin to walk out.
I think it's best if I cast the spell.
I take my serum of truth. I take my truth serum out of my bag of holding.
Okay.
Specs for that really quick.
Oh,
How are you gonna make him swallow it?
Just watch me.
All
you
right.
guys all make your way down the stairs. As you still see the one guard attending to the other who got very badly injured.
Such a bad idea.
And you guys head on over to Zash.
Where would it be?
Why would it be?
No, I'm trying to figure out the specs on this.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Oh, here we go.
Also, where am I? I
Lord
think you like
Eowyn,
swapped
not
me out
knowing
with
that-
Lord's brother.
Lord Aowen, not knowing that Zash has any idea what's going on, comes up and begins to explain. He says, Now, your friend here tells us that the reason why your outburst happened was because of the evil entity within you. We are going to conduct a couple of simple tests to ensure that that was the case before we go upon our journey and venture forth to the Valkyrie. We need the amulet, not you. So, we suggest you cooperate.
The amulet can't be removed from him, so.
Unless he's dead. Alright.
But we don't know that. We were told maybe.
Lord Aowen, that's what he believes at least. Because Lord Aowen is the one who told you all this, remember? Okay.
Yep.
Alright. He's very
I look
knowledgeable
at
about the
Jeff and
amulet.
I say, just to be safe, you should cast it too. Because I just
Wow.
found out. Truth serum only has a DC 11, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, but I can pretend cast the spell, and then Zash can still lie.
That's not very
Weird.
honorable.
Mira doesn't want him to
Look,
lie.
Look,
Maybe...
we've already had this talk. Jax will bend the rules when it calls for it.
Jeff says, maybe we should, do one at a time, considering that we don't know the effects that one might have with another.
Yes, I will go first.
I step in front of Jax and attempt to force Zash to drink the truth serum.
Oh my god.
Lord Aowen says, cooperate. It is your only hope.
You got it, boss.
Alright. So you
And
open up your mouth
because-
and...
Because the truth serum has a teal color, not the initial white clear color, I think into the earpiece, it's a health potion.
Huh.
You already didn't you already think about the?
Yes.
I said I had one. I didn't. It's not the correct color for one, though.
As you begin to do this, as you bring out the potion and move it toward him, Lord Aowen takes it and says, good to know that this will go toward my wife, for all that she's been through.
I
Now,
said that through the earpiece.
I know. He rolled a 19 to see if he could tell, because the colors do determine what they are. Like,
God damn it.
yeah. He could tell by the color that it was health. And by the way, health potions are still like greenish, not teal. But if it was a health potion, then it would have glown like with a greenish hue, and he could tell immediately with a natural 19.
That's really insensitive of you, Mira. You should give it to the worse off than me.
I don't
He
know what
didn't
game
say-
all of you are playing at. If you do not wish to cooperate, we can go back to the silly quarry we had moments ago, and I
Sir.
could request back all that I've given you.
Sir, I offer to cast a spell. Mira, for some reason, took the initiative to do this. I don't know what her deal is, but I will gladly cast a spell.
He looks at you and, trying to be persuasive and intimidating, it comes off a lot more so as concerned and hopeful. He says, please, just cast the right spell and let's get to the bottom of this.
Of course. Now,
I
can
do have
do...
to say, though, I didn't say that it was a health potion out loud.
I know. He could tell because the color of the potions are
But
different.
it wouldn't be the color of an actual health potion, though.
What? How not?
You
If
said that
health
it's a
potion,
green,
then
not a teal.
Yes, because if you pull out a health potion, then it's green. Because health potions are just green.
Yeah, I pulled out the truth serum.
You pulled out the actual true serum?
Yeah, I did. It's a teal color.
Okay. Yeah, if you pulled out the
No, I
actual...
fought through the thing
Gotcha.
saying it's a health potion.
Gotcha.
She was trying
An
to
attempt
trick
to
Zach.
deceive-
She was trying to trick
Zash.
you guys, not him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna have Zash make the... Okay, we retract
Should I
that
do
good bit
deception?
then. Yeah, that'd be a deception against Zash's just base intelligence. I apologize about that. I see what you
No,
mean
you're
now.
good. Yeah, I'm just like, he wouldn't know that. And I'm not
I mean,
gonna
I've seen
waste
my
my
fair
health
share
potion.
of health potions, but it's a 10, so
17.
Okay. You have seen your fair share of health potions. You figure, oh, this might be just a very light potion or a much stronger potion than I'm used to, because you have not seen all of the potions and you have not gone through the knowledge and research as Mira has with her potions and of course poisons. You know that this
and
is
of course
not a
she is
poison,
so trustworthy.
and you feel very confident that she is telling you the truth in this exact moment. Yes. All right.
That's a Constitution saving throw.
So of course he allows it through, and he says, he already said that. So you open up your mouth and take the potion.
Jeez. 11.
Damn it!
Or what? Ah,
A Constitution
DC's
saving throw.
11.
DC is 11. Yeah, you make it. You feel a little bit different as it hits you, but you just like really very very confidently get the feeling that you could say whatever you wish.
And I don't feel healthier, Mira.
What? Says
But-
Lord Awen.
Yeah, no one knows that it didn't work, right?
Correct.
No, Mira said it was a health potion to make me drink it, and
I
I'm
know.
saying I don't feel healthier.
Yeah, Lord Awen did
you
not
saying
hear any of
you're
that conversation though, so he just
Say
goes,
it out
"What?"
loud.
Yeah, she thought it to us.
Yes.
Well, assume it's a thought. If it's like if the original thing was a thought, then my response would be a thought.
Okay, well, yeah, you just gotta say that then, because you said you say. So Lord Awen was just like, "What?" He's just confused by
Yeah, you
that.
kind of
He
have
looks
to be
back at you.
specific.
All right.
Sorry.
So Lord Awen looks at him, and he goes, "Was it truly you who decided to harm the knights that protect my life and my wife or not?
I would argue they made that decision themselves by trying to force me to, by not letting me through. Ugh.
Why? Blame it on the amulet.
We don't need the truth spell.
He's not even affected by the
God.
tree.
No, like, what I mean by that is it wasn't an action that I willingly made, but they forced the action on me.
But you're
How?
ultimately saying that you did make the decision, just they pressured it.
Lord
Was that
Awen,
you or was that Jax?
Lord Awen says,
No, that was me.
Okay.
were you in danger within inches of your life and that was your only means of escape?
They had weapons drawn and I couldn't get through.
Did any of them attack you before that? Did any of them harm you before that? Was it anything that couldn't be resolved without talking to them?
I don't know. It was fuzzy.
It was fuzzy. You do not know if a blade pierced your abdomen, or if you were thrown across a room with your head hitting the wall as blood spilled out of your head. You don't know?
I think to him, blame it on the amulet. The amulet made you black out.
I'm trying.
You're doing a bad job.
Look, sometimes I don't know what I do. All I remember is that they were coming after me, and I got away. That's what I'm trying to say.
Either decision I make right here and now will take you away from my wife and my home, which makes me happy. But if you're coming with us, then it is all of our lives that we put in danger. Some of these men, as he points to Gulfric, have not been on quite an expedition like this. Some of these men, as he points to Jeff, have. There's one particular individual who knows just how important it is to have people who you can trust with you on these expeditions, and how badly it can go if they're not. I would like to get the opinion of Tristan. Tristan, do you think that it truly was a singular act of outrageous proportions, or do you think that we only act on our true intentions?
Well, his friends say they can restrain him if anything goes bad. They say they have those draw boats, draw arrows to restrain him. So I don't think we have a problem.
Very well.
Might I suggest, for your sake of mind, some extra muscle? There are some members of the Fighters Guild that might be able to help us in case we can't or won't.
Those are more lives risked on this trip, though.
They're probably much more capable than some, and I kind of side-eyed Jeff.
Jeff is a great explorer. He has many books explaining his great travels.
And Fred, by the way, in case you don't know, Jeff is if you've ever seen Harry Potter, there's Gilroy Lockhart in that movie. He's essentially Gilroy Lockhart.
Okay.
Just a very seemingly overblown author of.
From Chamber of Secrets, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And Jax is a fan.
Yes.
Without having read any of the books.
What do you mean?
He
You don't
read
know what
one.
he's read?
Yeah.
That's true.
And I knew of him prior, so I'm assuming I've read at least one or two. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he that's one of the books they got at the library. Anyway, yes, that does sound like a good idea. Having a couple more people to Tell you what, we will.
I recommend Gerald and Devin.
Very well. Gerald, I know will be good to have with us.
They're the only
Who
two I
is
know
Devin?
from the Fighters Guild.
Who is Devin by chance?
He's very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, which can be of use if we come across anything nasty.
Well, I bet any member of the Fighter Guild is very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, but what race? What gender? I'm assuming male.
Yeah. I have to look this up. Hold on.
He's Argonian.
Yeah, Argonian.
Ah, I have heard of him at the Fighters Guild. Very well.
Shall
Go
we
for it.
rest and head out in the morning?
Well, that's the thing. We should probably get heading out as quickly as we can. We're going to make camp many times along the journey anyway, and the first trek will certainly be the easiest. We could get a good couple of days before we probably come across any encounters, so I'm not worried about that. Golfric, if you could send a couple of members of the Watch down to get Gerald Ebelgrand and Devin... What's his last name by chance?
Oh, I don't know. McGlure?
Aglor.
McGlure.
Ah. Tell them to look for Gerald Evergrande and Devin Aglor. Yes.
May I?
Alrighty, I can do that. And he
May
said,
I at least heal up my friend a little bit before we head out?
Certainly.
Yeah, I cast Cure Wounds, and I was gonna say Delilah does too, but she's already used 2 level 1 spell slots, so.
When we are a good bit away from the teleportation ring, I will unrestrain you, he says to Zash. But while we
that's
are in
9
proximity,
more. That's 9 health for you, Sash.
Thanks.
But while we are in proximity, I would rather keep you restrained. Alright. They start to head down. Let's see if we have any barbarian people. Because I want to have...
Can I ask Lord Eowyn if I can go supply shopping?
Yeah, you guys have about an hour. You ask him, and he tells you that you guys have about 2 hours, he says, before he wants to leave at about 6 p.m. is basically the time that he's wanting to go. So you guys have about 2 hours before then. It is 4 o'clock now in the afternoon. He says that you can do whatever you need to, so long as it is within that time. He also has a couple of his knights grab some more health potions for Zash and heal him up another 20 hit points. They're just mishmash potions, but let's do... Jax
is just gonna hang around and wait the 2 hours, rest a little bit.
Alright.
In the amount of time I have, I want to try and get 50 crossbow bolts, 20 days rations, and as much of the shopping list I had last week as possible.
I thought Lord Awen was providing rations and stuff for us.
I'm being careful.
Now, there's obviously no Argonians, so...
Are there any lizard folk?
We'll say that
Or I mean,
that's
Dragonborn-esque?
That's Gilroy. The only one that's even similar, because that's what we had to do with Jax, second time tonight. That's what we had to do with Jax. We had to make him an alligator man instead of a dragonborn. Because they did not have those. But...
Tristan's a human, correct?
Yes.
That's cool.
Let's see if one of these kids sort of looks Argonian. Yeah, sorta. That orc kid sort of looks Argonian, we'll just say that. Hey, we're making things work here. It's going good, alright. So, they go get the characters,
Giant child.
Giant child, exactly. There's the Argonian, there's Gilroy, who's still even larger than everyone, being barbarian, essentially.
Hey, Gerald.
Gerald Evelgrand, yeah. Not Gilroy. Gerald. And then Jeff, okay. So yeah. After everything is all said and done with the puppies, with, Tristan, with Jeff, with, Delilah, with Mira, with, I already forgot his name. The leader of the Night's Watch.
Golfrick?
Golfrick Ironclad. I'm gonna write that down again. I lost where I took note of that. Well, I mean, I know what paper I have it written down on, but it's on the same paper, I think, or another paper, where I have the character sheet on, and I lost that. But you guys all end up meeting up in this room with Golfrick and 2 other knights. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the character notes on here. So... Lord Eowyn says, is everybody ready to go?
I'm ready.
I think so.
What was I able to do prep-wise?
You already had, like, everything that you wanted to shop for the other day. So you got 20 days rations. It looks like they...
How much do... Including the exchanging my diamonds, everything we said off camera?
One more time?
Is it everything we said off camera?
Yeah,
or...
yeah, 16,000.
Oh, everything. I was able to get everything?
I thought so. You said in that case I'll buy everything. So I thought
Oh, okay. I thought we actually had to, like, go through it. Okay, cool.
No, again, anything they gave you a price for is available to buy. If I said it's not available
sweet.
to buy, then it's not available to buy. But yeah, if you wanted that, then it's available.
How much would the rations and crossbow bolts have run me?
Crossbow bolts, like 20 gold pieces for like 200. You can get like 10 a gold piece. They're really cheap. And
I'll get 200.
rations. Say 5 silver pieces a day's ration. So for 10 days rations, 5 gold pieces.
Alright.
Who's this person? Is Lord Awen's brother coming with us? He can. Nah, he's not. He's gonna stay and watch the wife.
Yeah, watch the wife.
What are you implying?
Yeah, that's...
Lord Awen goes away a lot. You don't think anything's going on? They were hanging out at that ball thing. I don't know.
Is he saying this out loud?
That would
I
be
hope
something.
not.
Yeah. Lord Awen just trusted you.
Our lawful good question mark paladin.
Playing straight lawful good makes things difficult.
What was this guy's first name again?
Which one?
Sarlacc. No, that's Sarlacc
No,
Presbyterian.
Devin.
Guy. Devin Aglor.
Such a normal first name, and then
Delilah, Tristan Darkleaf,
That's me.
then we have Jax. This guy is Jeff Lockmead. Mira and Zash and puppies. Cool.
Ooh, can I pull out my one book and have Jeff sign it?
Yes, you guys are all getting ready, and Lord Aowen begins talking about what you guys can expect about the trip. It might make you a little bit woozy, but it's going to end up bringing you higher up on the mountain to a private platform teleportation ring that is there on the Mount Edward is where you guys are going up. As he's explaining this, you start whispering to Jeff and go, "Can I get your character?" And he doesn't really seem to notice this with the whole crowd of explorers that you guys currently have. It's a big party, actually. Look at this. Which is good, because you guys will come across some things along the way. And he's talking
Big
more
party
so...
makes a lot of noise.
One more time?
Big party makes a lot of noise.
Big party. That's very true, too. It's going to make a lot of noise as you guys are traveling up the mountain, so it's going to be very difficult
Especially
to stealth.
anyone in plate mail.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm using studded leather.
Yeah, he is. But
Oh, thank
that's-
God.
Yeah, that was just all that I could
Wait,
find for...
is anyone in our
a
party
warrior.
using plate mail?
This guy.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was
Is
gonna
Delilah
say,
using
he
it too?
No, she has chainmail, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'm still
She's the
loud.
nice cleric with the really heavy chainmail. But he starts to talk about all this as he has a older sorcerer come into the room who begins to chant something or another as you guys watch as like as if you were an earthbender. You guys watch as most of the time whenever there's a teleportation circle, you guys have been looking around, you haven't seen it because it's always sticking up out of the ground. You guys just see the rocks begin to form a big teleportation circle ring, and you guys watch this big portal just appear out of nowhere. He says,
Sick.
"Alrighty, who's gonna be the first one to step in then?"
I
I'll
go
go.
in.
I jump in front of Mira.
Me next.
You guys all begin to teleport in this giant ring, and you guys come across what appears to be just a big open area with rocks and stones. There's a bit of an incline all around you, but it appears very steady, not very steep at all. This light incline that you guys begin to walk up keeps going, though. You look up the side of this mountain, and it goes higher and higher and higher than you've already imagined, but it's weird because the moment you step through the teleportation ring and come out the other end, it's like the air gets half as thick immediately. It becomes so light very suddenly that it's almost difficult to catch your breath. You need to take a couple of deep breaths and really realize that this is going to be how it is before anything happens. But let's see. Let's go ahead and save you guys as the current party now. Alright. Looking around, it's a lot of the same. It's just a lot of this big, open, empty, rocky cavern around you as you guys walk along this trail, heading up and higher, and as you guys begin to walk, some parts they get so steep that you're like trying to walk on your tiptoes, and other parts are so light. There are such a light incline that it's as if you were walking on even ground. lastly. Alright, as you guys are walking around this area, I want everyone to go ahead and make a perception check.
Is that a D20?
On a
Yes.
D20, yes.
15 plus 2, 17.
Nice.
15.
15.
1 second. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got 18, and Delilah got 6.
You got 18, Delilah got 6. Alright. The 17 from Tristan, the 18 from you, can see that there are just a bunch of small creatures all around you. A number of different animals. They're higher up here. You hear some rocks fall and look very quickly, and you see a ram running up along the side of some of these mountains. It's very quiet, though, up here. It's very peaceful. After coming from the large city, you guys notice that there's serenity in this desertedness. And even though you guys are walking across an almost paved road, as it's just so perfectly laid out in front of you, it looks as though nobody's ever been here. Looks as though you're like walking on some areas of land for the very first time, but even though you know some adventurers or explorers or just travelers had to pass by here, the snow, the wind, the dust covered up any tracks before. And your steps are the first for at least a very long time. Ah, so good to finally be up here. I had that portal made years ago, and occasionally I'll poke my head through. Not literally, of course, my whole body, because you can't just do your head. But I'll occasionally pop in now and again, but I've never actually began this trek. I've read about it. I've dreamed about it, but we are finally on the way. And now is Zash, it is, right?
Yeah.
We can take those restraints off you finally. We are far enough away from my loved ones that I can trust you.
Thanks.
As he takes them off, they sorta... You got a little bit of a rope burn, not much, but it's very ironic considering how you're entirely almost fire that you could get burned, but it's just the chafing constantly as you were walking back and forth, the ropes tightening, loosening, just moving back and forth. That really took off a couple of layers of skin at least, and it's nice to have them free and out now. But Golfric begins to lead the march, and you guys start to really notice now that poor Arlfer and Bertio, they're getting pretty over-encumbered rather quickly and just have to take a good number of stops for breaths, considering that they're holding on to Lord Aowen's tent and his sleeping bag and all the rations, essentially, for the four of them.
Could any of those fit in my bag of holding?
The sleeping bag can. The rations can. The tent cannot. And it appears as though one of them has to carry the tent because it's just like very large and extravagant looking.
I'll let him carry it.
Alright. So they sort of trade off a little bit every now and again too, because it would appear as though one of the lots is heavier. You can't really tell which one, but you guys begin to go off on the adventure and make your way down through the rocks and the caverns. About halfway down, you hear there's a little bit of a rock slide begins to happen along the side as some rocks just appear over to the side on your left that had fallen down. But everything aside from those rocks appears rather nice, rather fine, and you guys travel for the rest of the day, and much like Lord Aowen said, for the first day of your guys' travels, everything was nice and quiet. You took in some sights. You saw many, many birds up here. Delilah occasionally, too, instead of walking, would spread out her wings and go up for even a little bit more elevation, and she has quite a smile on her face. She's never been this high up. She can tell just by the thinness of the air. And as you guys trek one of the tallest mountains in Valkyrie...
I do have to ask, since I
Yes.
did get those items, can I be on my broom the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah, you could. Yeah.
I thought about getting a broom.
Let's see, how much was that broom again?
10,000.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Glad I didn't.
Yeah, it was quite rare.
I can come up with a password for it later.
Yes, that's what I was gonna ask. Thank you.
Password protected.
You try though, and do me a favor. Go ahead and make a dexterity check for your first trying of this flight.
Just straight up dex.
Yep.
16.
16, not bad. Your first flight, it's a little bit wonky. I'd say that you get about 30 minutes of flight time before it becomes rather weary and tiring, and in all honesty, painful. Just from the quick movements and stuff like that, and it's just, you're still trying to get the hang of it, but you never fall off your broom. You move up and around, and at some points you finally get up to Delilah's height and laugh.
Oh no,
As-
I'm staying close to the ground.
No? Okay.
I'm staying as close to the ground as I can.
You have a good bit of a smile as you fly a little bit at one point in circles around Jax as he looks at you and laughs. As you're just like, oh, look at me, going around in a circle around him. And then...
I turn to Jax and I ask, is she a witch?
I wish.
We recently came into some expensive diamonds.
So she wasted them on a stick that can fly.
If I heard that, I flip him off.
Lord Aowen just goes, whatever helps. As you guys continue to make your way, but at one point while you were flying around and they were saying all that too, the broom, it's a little bit uncontrolled and just darts forward really quickly, but then you slow it down and just back up a little bit to catch up once again with the party and once again go at a steady pace with the rest of them. Beep, beep.
And Jax
I
wants
have
to
my
try.
flash.
Jax wants to try and kind of stay in the center of people, because as long as people are within 10 feet of him, they get +3 to all saving throws. So
Alrighty. The corgis are walking on the ground, and a couple of the knights, whenever the corgi gets too near, a couple of the knights just move their way over to another side. But they're walking along the ground next to you, Zash, and they seem very happy to be out and about now. Certainly with you, to be out of that caged room, essentially. And traveling out on their feet, on their paws. They'll occasionally, like whenever they see anything like a worm sticking up out of the ground, the dog will ruff, ruff, go chasing after and pounce at it like really quickly, and the center head always tries to lunge forward at it, whereas the left head always just really nonchalantly just like looks and is all curious as to whether or not the middle head gets it, but then when he doesn't, he gets all sad, and then the right head is just very happy and very excited to be there, and just like looks at the rock on his side and like sort of practically smiles at it and licks the rock and is like, oh, that's good. And yeah, then they come back, and they'll always jump off a certain way and get very distracted very easily, but then always come back and walk next to you as you guys begin to walk up the mountain.
Is anyone keeping watch for danger?
The puppies can sense danger through something. I forget. I haven't had them in a while.
I have it pulled up.
Can I draw my bow? Just to make sure.
Throw your bow?
No, just draw my bow to
Oh.
keep it ready.
Fair enough. But I'll say that you get it drawn for about 5 minutes of walking before your hand just gets too tired to keep it drawn. It's a lot to have it like at the ready, and so you end up keeping the arrow notched in the bow, but you don't have it drawn back anymore. You just keep it down at your side.
Okay.
It's not constant sense. It's just advantage on perception checks.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because they have soul scent, which they can pinpoint the location of any soul within 30 feet, but that's about it aside from relentless tracker, which just means that they know the distance and direction of any creature under the effect of its curse. So they have to bite it first.
Yeah.
So yes.
But we do have our passive perception. So
yeah,
there's that.
As you guys continue to walk, night begins to fall. And let me just change out the music here. Night begins to fall. Lord Eowyn's people begin to set up the camp for him. And you guys watch as these poor knights have to basically dissect and take a look at all these pieces of the tent, occasionally scratching their heads, not knowing what to do with all these pieces. I'm sorry, I have hiccups again. Not knowing what to do with all these different pieces. They're just looking around at it and back at each other occasionally. They're sort of whispering to themselves, so that doesn't become too obvious, certainly to Lord Eowyn, that they are still trying to figure this out. But they go up over here and start setting all that up. And you just hear occasional whispers, no, this piece goes there. Just like things like that. Lord Eowyn begins to walk with Golfric, and the two of them begin to set up a little campfire in the very center here. Yeah, they begin to sit down in some makeshift rocks that they turn into a couple of seats around the fire.
Can Jax take a quick look around and see if there's any like slight dugout in the cliffside or something, like a spot that's a little bit more safe than just being out in the open in the middle of the path for like his group to stay in?
Yeah, for sure. As you make a perimeter check, some of the rocks have a bit more of a sheer drop to them, and these deceptively looking narrow rock sides are more so about like 20 feet high, and then there's some boulders and outcroppings here, and same thing over here where it sort of scoops in a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna like set up camp there, and instead of just being in the center there.
You begin to set up your sleeping bag over there. What would everyone like to do?
I like to go to an outcropping as well.
Same one? Travel with him?
Yeah. And I'll take out my hooded lantern and just light that and start reading.
Are the guards still trying to build a tent?
Yeah, these two guards over here are still trying to put together the massive tent that Lord
Okay,
Awen
I
has.
want to go help them. Can I go help
Alright.
them?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You walk over and begin to look at the pieces, and it looks like a giant strewn out puzzle of cloth and sticks. It looks very confusing, but do us a favor, go ahead and roll just a straight up intelligence check for us.
Intelligence check. Let me see here. It's a D20, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Intelligence 17.
Total?
Oh no, sorry. I was looking at my ability score. It's a 2.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
Gotcha. What's your intelligence bonus?
Give me a sec, please.
No problem.
+3, so 5.
+3. Okay. So you come over and you look just about as confused as them, and you start engaging in their conversation as they're talking. No, this piece goes here, and you come over and you say, "Well, actually, I think that piece goes over here." And then the other guard goes, "No, I know for a fact it goes here." And so now you all have your own opinion about where all the pieces go, and you guys are starting to work on that. Anyone else do anything? Jeff Lockmead is going to come over here, and he's going to start writing in his book. He's very quiet at the moment. As you guys were walking, he was telling a few of his adventures and things like that, which certainly none of you have ever really even heard of. They sound all very fantastical and elaborate, but you're not quite sure what to make of them. But yes, he's now finally quiet and sitting by the bonfire and starting to write in his book.
Zesh starts to walk over to his friends in the alcove,
Okay.
and then changes his mind and goes to a different one with the puppies and just curls up for bed.
Over here?
Yeah, just somewhere off by himself.
Maybe over here then?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Jax loves you. He's bought you several things.
Maybe it's not Jax that he's concerned about.
Oh shit.
I'm just reading my book about the planes, so I can know more of them that I might need to ditch too.
These two begin to spar back and forth. Like they're at the Fighters Guild as is. You begin to read your book. It's very dark where you are, Mira. Very dark.
I have my hooded lantern.
Okay. You light that up as a little bit of light emanates from your position.
Jax is passed out, snoring very loudly.
You already pass out? Alrighty.
Yeah.
I use them as a pillow as well.
Oh, and I'm covered up with my cloak.
Okay.
With the wolf head laying on my chest.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the effect for a lantern. You know what? I'll get that later. Anyway. You pass out very quickly then, Jax. Mira, you begin to read your book a little bit on the different planes. Mainly this one, you get to the chapter about the Feywild, and it starts to tell you all about there. Also the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm is another plane that you start to read up on. It makes a lot of mentions in the Feywild to that one. But as you guys all begin to go to bed, slowly but surely, Gerald Evergrande and Devon Aglor make their bed too, set up tent over here. Slowly but surely, Tristan, you are able to get the tent finally put up. It takes about an hour for the three of you to do it. But you guys finally get that tent put up, and you also have 2 extra pieces. So...
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine as you...
I'm sure they're not important.
No.
Yeah.
As you guys finally make your way over, Ulfrir and Bertio just set up outside of there to roll out sleeping bags of their own as Lord Aowen goes to sleep in his tent. Golfric sets up his sleeping bag right here too. Delilah's gonna come over by you guys for sure and set up a sleeping bag over here, seeing that you guys are already, like, that Jax is already asleep when she get there. She smiles a bit, and once you put down the book a little bit, she makes some small talk with you, Mira. Jeff is gonna go to sleep there, and Tristan, where would you like to sleep?
With the guards, I think it's gonna be safer. I don't know a lot of people, and I can't sleep in the big tent, so
Very fair.
yeah.
You guys all begin to close your eyes. And as you do, Zash, when you go to sleep, you're once again thrown into a very familiar location. This dark, shadowy area with this presence in this big open field surrounding you. I love the air up here, don't you?
Sure.
Careful. If you're not, it might put your flames out. No oxygen and all. You know, I was really scared you were gonna fuck this one up. You were so close, man. You almost put a pin in my entire plan. But now we're finally on the journey that we needed to be.
Bully for you.
Yes, you're right. Bully for me. I should have a celebration, shouldn't I? A nice big party with all of my friends. Oh, wait. You're the only one I've got. For now. So, what should we do to celebrate? Should we go kill some small animals? Should we... I don't know. Take a small trip back to the capital and burn it down in the middle of the night and quickly head back here before anyone wakes up and is any the wiser? That could be fun.
None of those things.
What? None of those things sound like a party? Sure they are. You just gotta get in the right frame of mind. As he says that, flashes of just burning, of death, of people screaming, with like a photography flash noise, pop up in your head, and it brings you back once again to the burning forest that you ran out of that inevitably killed your father.
Yeah, I've been in that frame of mind before. I think I'm good.
You were in that frame of mind earlier, weren't you? Or was that me? After all, you said it was all my fault. That poor, defenseless you have been taken over by this evil curse. Wah, wah, wah.
Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell where you end and I begin these days, but hey, whatever excuse works, right?
You keep telling yourself what you want. We both know the truth. Now that fire within you burns hot and ferociously all on its own. Sure, I might nudge it in the right direction sometimes, but it's only to persuade you to get to your full potential. And what will you do without me? Go back to being one of those poor, defenseless humans?
I'll sleep better.
Ah, I bet. This must be hell for you, huh? All this dark, damp air here. As you just look around and once again take in where you really are in this giant open field that feels so glum and cloudy, and it's like there's sun, but it's covered by all these clouds that are miles thick, and there's this mist in the air which burns on your skin with every breeze that comes along, making it colder and damper and more painful.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
What? You're not gonna miss me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was rhetorical. No, of course I'm not going to miss you.
To each his own. I'm still betting that you're gonna miss having my power with you. After all, you're nothing without it.
The power's nice, but see where it gets me.
Tell me, if you had to make the deal again, would you?
No. If I knew what was going to happen, no.
We'll see. As the voice slowly begins to fade, we'll see. And disappears. And once again, you're left for a number of hours in this damp area. As slowly, the sun begins to shine. The morning dew, so light in this air, just put a small layer of frost over all the rocks. And as the sun is coming up, all of that begins to evaporate, and the shining rays of sun put an end to that nightmare scape that you were in, Zash. You guys all slowly begin to come to, as well as the air. Bonfire smoke fills the air. The aroma of the bonfire smoke fills the air. As it has been out for a number of hours, and just the embers continue to really sizzle and provide a small area of warmth where the frost has not gathered around it. Everybody slowly begins to wake up and come to with the rising of the sun. Without needing any sort of bird calls or anything in the morning, you guys all know that you guys are about to embark on a very large journey ahead of you. And the still mountain air blows with a nice cool breeze through this valley that you guys are traveling. Completely silent up until you guys hear one thing before your journey. Suddenly and loudly, yet so far off in the distance, you guys hear a very loud, very terrifying, very, very aggressive dragon scream.
Oh, shit.
And that's where we're going to go ahead and end this episode. Thank you
Nice.
so much for watching, everybody. We really appreciate you guys sticking through the entire episode. Both of our viewers, you guys have been back episode after episode. We very much so appreciate it for you guys constantly coming back, giving us your Monday nights, and enjoying the journey, hopefully as much as we have. I would like to thank all of the incredible players. Once again, the same incredible group who I had last week, as well as Fred. Welcome once again to the game. It is so awesome to have you. And we cannot wait to adventure more with you, with the entire group, and with this story. So we hope to see you guys again soon. Please stay tuned. Please join us once again next Monday night, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we hope to see you then. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.